quick little update on a couple things. First, here's the last look I'm going to have at my Atlas Craftsman milling attachment for my Atlas Craftsman 10-inch lathe. It's on eBay right now. I've got a few bids on it already, and it'll be going out the door pretty soon at pretty much about what I paid for it, so not too bad a deal. And the reason is that Santa brought me this guy's big brother, which let's see how wide we can get here to display it. It's your Bridgeport J model, 1964 pulley type. Not too bad a shape. So that's what I'll be playing with for the rest of this year. Hope Santa was good to you too. Hope you had a great New Year. And I'm also trying a different camera here. This is a Panasonic Lumix TS5. It's a tough camera. It's supposed to be, waterproof, dustproof, all that good stuff. So I have a reason for purchasing that. And yeah, we'll see how it does. Alright, I was pretty impressed by the video quality from that shot I just took of Bridgeport. So, rocking on with the Panasonic Lumix here. And I figure in the spirit of the Adam Booth slash Keith Rucker slash Mr. Pete slash a bunch of other guys who have followed suit, I'll do a little show and tell of some of the stuff I've acquired for the Bridgeport and from flea markets and stuff like that. First of which will be, let's see how well that shows up. This bears a striking resemblance to the cheap Taiwanese things you can buy at Harbor Freight and whatnot, but it's not. It's an actual Bridgeport set of hold down fasteners, studs and clamps and whatnot, and it's not complete. However, through the vagaries of eBay insanity, I got this for $20. I couldn't believe that. I made one bid, and I don't know. Maybe they didn't have it in the right category or something, because I know there's tons of people who would have paid more than $20 for this thing. So anyway, got that, and a buddy down the street helped me out with some T-nuts. I got a couple more, but I actually want to find some more that are the actual cast that I think came with it originally. I am blessed or cursed, depending on how you want to look at it, by living right down the street from a fellow who is, he's a young guy, he's an entrepreneur, and he is an eBay power seller specializing in machine equipment. Yeah, so I can pretty much call up this fella anytime I want and say, hey, I'm looking for blah, blah, blah. And he'll tell me how many he's got and what he's selling them for. And it's pretty cool. He doesn't give them away, but he doesn't rip me off either. He generally sells it about what, if I spent my time, trying to snipe on eBay, I could probably get the equivalent item for. So anyway, he's the fellow who found me a couple of these laying around, and I've got some of them that are the machine steel, but I do want to fill out this set with the cast ones. So that's where I am right now with that. I also need some of the flange nuts to go with these half-inch studs. But anyway, well on my way. I just was very happy to find something that was actual Bridgeport to go with my Bridgeport mill, and that's probably silly of me, but you know how it is. Alright, so the next couple of mill-related items, also from my buddy Zach. I got a nice Jacobs chuck. This is a number 14, 0 to 1/2 capacity. It's one of the Super Chucks ball bearing How we can see the ends, but they're not too chewed up. Looking pretty good. I've already used a pretty small drill bit in it, and it ran pretty true, so I'm happy with that. And this was made in Poland. It's a good little, face mill. It takes the TPG inserts, and I've used that. Actually, this little thing right here, I'm making an anvil out of a piece of railroad tie. That's as far as I've gotten with it so far. Just making those things. I haven't really decided how I'm going to make my straight cuts, because I want to make this one anvil shaped. No kidding, with the cutaway, the horn, all that kind of stuff. But whatever. It's actually come in handy just the way it is, to be honest with you. And that one's been around for a while. This is a scrapyard find. Paid $3 a pound for it, which worked out to be, no, excuse me, I paid 30 cents a pound, which turned out to be $3. So I was very happy to find that. I don't often find railroad iron. That's really good steel. This is one that Zach, my buddy with the machinery business, had kicking around his yard. He sold me that for like $10 or whatever a long time ago. Unfortunately, it's not long enough really to make the whole anvil shape, so that's just been a great little beater around the shop. Oh, I forgot to mention, yes, I have just one collet, a 3/8, and I have a few end mills to go with it and whatnot. It was because I was using the 3/8 on this to try to do this job that I went back and bought that face mill, because the difference, it's night and day trying to use a little mill, and if you've ever played around with this stuff, then you know what I mean. It much better this way. But my one and only collet, and I'll be building on that collection as funds become available. Alright, next up I'll do a little flea market find here. This is something that I found all rusty and crusty, and my dad was a plumber, so I don't know, it just called to me for whatever reason. And it cleaned up pretty well. This is of course a pipe wrench, and this was locked when I got it, but I got it working. I don't know if you can see it in the light, but there's a crack, stress crack right here, which is probably from somebody using this thing as a hammer, which I don't know why people do that. Anyway, but yeah, pretty cool. And I thought it was interesting. This is actually one of my dad's old rigids. And you can kind of compare the design of the modern steel ones, or cast iron ones, how the whole jaw pivots versus the thread adjustment mechanism pivoting on the handle for this older design. I wouldn't care to speculate which is superior, or it's just a difference. Also interesting to me was that this is a Pexto, which you couldn't even see that when I got this, but I cleaned it up a little bit. And a while back I restored this PSMW company mortising chisel, which I have to go back and look on the web again. I think those are related, but I'm not sure. Anyway. Obviously, I love old stuff. So, that was my little flea market find for the week. I really enjoy those segments that, the big guys, Tom, Adam, Keith, those guys do. So, there's my little contribution to that genre.